poppin' gang? It's your girl Tiana. Whoa, and I'm back with another video. So as you guys can see in the title, this is a video on me telling you guys how I manage this crochet hair and what I do to like revive it and just, you know, keep it looking as best as possible considering like it is synthetic hair. And you know, so I don't know if y'all know, but whatever. So if you guys want to see how I manage this hair, then just keep on watching. So I haven't done anything to this hair today. The only thing I've done today is kind of adjust my baby hairs or whatever. But I don't know. Anyways, okay. So pretty much to revive this hair, I use water, this Cantu leave-in conditioner, this Silk Elements, what is this, foaming styling lotion, so mousse but by Silk Elements, and I also take a little bit of Eco Style gel. Okay, so you're definitely gonna need a towel. I usually do this in my bathroom, so the first thing that you're gonna do is, or what I do is, I kind of take sections, and the thing is, like, you don't want to pull hair apart that doesn't want to be pulled apart, because like of course the hair is going to get, I mean, I guess you would say like tangled and matted, but like if you try to comb through it and stuff like that, it's not gonna work. I've also seen people use like wide tooth combs. I just prefer to use my fingers because that's just like the best way for me. So I'm gonna take this section right here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna pretty much just drench the section in water. Okay, so the hair is like drenched, every strand has water on it. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to pull the pieces apart, and if they don't come apart, most of the time it's because there's not water on it or it's still kind of dry. So all you have to do is just spray some more water, and then this is how I like detangle. So if a piece doesn't want to come apart or doesn't want to leave the section that it's in, don't try to pull it apart, because then that's like when the hair kind of gets like just messed up. And this is just like a great way to kind of redefine your crochet braids. So I'm going to do this all around. So the first thing I do period is just the water. So I'm going to do the water in sections all around. Hold on, side note. So this hair, you don't have to do it in sections. I was just saying, like, if you do it in sections, that's easier. I kind of just like put the whole thing in water, like drench it all in water, and then kind of just like finger pull stuff apart. I'm on it, shorty up on it, come rock it down it, baby, I'm on it, top down in the morning. The thing that's important is when you do the back section of your hair, because the back is going to be the most, like, as you guys can see, the most, I don't know if you guys can see, but the most like matted part, because it's like, you know, it's rubbing. So you just want to make sure you pull it to the front and not try to do it from like the back side, like this, and then pull apart that way. So like that. And it's not going to like become completely detangled, but you just don't want it to form into a ball and then just like completely get natted. So you just want to be able to, you know, find some definition in it, but the water definitely helps. And then like if it's still hard, just continue to spray water until you're able to get the complete separation, or at least as best as possible. I need to change towels. Same thing is too, just remember not to start here. Like, just make sure you kind of start at the bottom too.
God, that's my baby, Caroline, you divine, mighty fine, shorty really blow the pine, like a pro. Hold holy shit, I'm really lit. It's looking like it's about time to fuck it up. Caroline, listen up. Don't wanna hear about your horoscope or what the future holds. Shut up and
So now that the hair is wet and I detangled it as much as possible with water, this is when I'm going to take the Cantu. Oh, I don't know why I did this, but I'm going to take the Cantu conditioner, leave-in conditioner, and I'm just going to pretty much do the same thing that I did with the water. You can do both of these together, like drench it and then take the conditioner. I just like to do it separately so I know, like, okay, cool, everything's, you know, pretty much detangled. I'm gonna take some in my hand, just gonna rub it together, and I'm just going to, you know, apply it to the hair, just like so. So when you're doing the conditioner or putting the conditioner in, make sure that you like rubbed it in the hair and there's no flakes or, you know, like excess in one area. Just make sure it's kind of all around. And that's just to pretty much like help define, I wouldn't say condition the hair, but it definitely does make it softer because the hair isn't, you know, as soft as it was when I first got it. But I kind of like it now that it's not as soft and silky as it was, because it's starting to look a little bit more realistic. I mean, it looked realistic and natural in the beginning too, but like, you know, your hair just naturally is gonna frizz and stuff like that. So the next thing that I do is I just take some mousse, and I use the mousse or the foaming styling lotion, whatever you want to call it, mostly to define like the top curl. So I usually just apply it to the top, but I also kind of like throw it everywhere, but it's definitely just to hold kind of like the frizz for me and just like position the hair to like the direction that I want it to be in. So it's all personal preference, but I just prefer to put it on top and then just a little bit like towards the ends to define the ends. Okay, so adding gel is optional. You don't have to do this part. It's just kind of like something that I do. Like, I don't know, like sometimes you just throw stuff in just because. I don't use a lot of gel at all. I only take, so I just take like literally like this much. So not a lot. And I kind of just rub it in my hand, rub it in, and then kind of just like, just to help maybe just hold the stuff. I don't know. I just feel like it's necessary. But it's just like a light pat on the hair, just to give it like the finishing touch, finishing hold. Yeah, so that's pretty much it as far as how I revive the hair, like in the morning. I usually do this like every 2 days. Well, I've been doing it every 2 days. Okay, so another tip that once I'm like done doing the conditioner part is just making sure to see if there's any like flyaway strands that I need to cut, because when you're doing this, like, you know, the hair is gonna pull a little bit and you just want it to have a clean cut. So like anything like frizz that's hanging more than it should is like something that I would cut. Or if a piece is like, it doesn't have a curl anymore and it's just straight, I'll cut it out. And I don't really care about cutting it out because like there's other pieces to make up for it. Like I can cut the excess frizz at the bottom of these curls just to make it look more clean and not so frizzy. So like this piece right here has an extra strand that's straight and it's long, like for no reason, and it just goes straight. So I'll just cut that just like that. And it's just to give it a clean look, pretty much. Like, you can just like pull the hair, and if there's gonna be excess strands, you can just cut them off. So like this piece is just a little bit too frizzy for me, and it kind of just like hangs. So what I'll do is I'll just cut it and then make sure there's none hanging. So I'll take that. And I'm just really just cutting anything that I feel is a little bit too frizzy or is gonna cause more matting. That's pretty much how I revive this hair and just make it look alive again, because obviously, you know, it, like I said, it is synthetic hair and it can only do so much. So hopefully that was understandable. As far as a few tips that I would recommend just to, like, you know, keep this hair longer than a week a week or 2 weeks is definitely wear a bonnet when you go to sleep, a silk bonnet, and definitely don't forget, because I caught myself like forgetting, and I feel like that's another reason I just forgot for 2 days. But it definitely was just like 2 days of should have been wearing a bonnet, pretty much. I feel like that was another reason why I probably feel like the hair got matted, at least in the back, faster than it should have, I feel like. But it's not like completely matted, like it's not gonna fall apart or anything. But definitely wear a bonnet, a silk bonnet, or I wouldn't even say like sleep on a silk pillow. Like, I would definitely just say like keep the hair up in a bonnet. Another tip is try not to touch the hair a lot. Like, don't manipulate the hair too much, because just like manipulating it just pretty much helps the hair, or forces the hair to kind of like tangle with each other, and you don't really want that. The other thing is don't keep your hair in like a style for too long. So like, if you're gonna put it up in a ponytail, like keep it up in the ponytail or whatever, or the bun, for like the day, and then make sure you take it out at night. I had my hair in a ponytail for like 2 days because I was lazy, and it was just like way too much to like make sure like the pieces weren't tangling. Like, it took time to make sure like every strand that I could get to separated, where that's avoidable if you just had it up for 1 day and the hair doesn't even spend time together for too long. Another tip is to always make sure you take care of like your braids and your actual natural hair underneath. The way that I do that for myself, I use I just take oils or whatever. The oil that I like to use is Jamaican black castor oil. This is the Jamaican black castor oil that I use. I got it from Sally's, and I just have this little droplet thing that I got that had my America Jewel oil from Tarte. But I was like, this is a great droplet thing. So I just put it in here, and I just drop it in between my braids. That pretty much wraps up everything for how I am maintaining this crochet hair or braid style, period. I hope you guys enjoyed, and like I always say, don't forget to like it if you guys like it, don't forget to comment if you guys want to comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and I will see you all in my next video.